Introduce yourself, please.
My name is Heike.
I'm Luc. I'm from the Netherlands and I live in Germany.
I'm German and we live together.
What's your sport, guys?
I've been doing sports all my life. I've studied sports actually. And due to some injuries, my favorite sport now is triathlon because it's very healthy for your joints. I have a bad knee and with triathlon I can do everything in one direction and it's perfect for my health.
Yes.
I used to play basketball and tennis and all these things are no good for my joints anymore.
You might think the contrary. So much sport can be bad for your knee?
No, because we do training very regularly and that is perfect if the muscles prevent your joints from injuries.
So if you do it the right way, right? Like the right technique,
yes,
that's imperative. Okay,
yes.
So you guys just been in Marbella doing the 70.3 IronMan and IronWoman.
Yes.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit about it?
Well, 70.3 Ironman is a triathlon with 1.9k swim, 90k bike riding and a half marathon. And in Marbella, it was a world championship with 6,000 participants from 114 countries. So, and we both participated.
Okay.
So in our age groups.
Okay, so it's not the first time you do this type of competition?
When you want to participate in the world championship, you have to do at least one competition before you have to qualify. And we do this sport since 1990, I think. We started with small triathlons and then we had a little break because of the children. And then we started again in 2008, I think, yeah.
How is the challenge mentally?
It's different in different phases. Training, we both love training. No mental difficulties with that. And then you're looking forward that the competition is coming closer. But when it's very close, you certainly ask yourself, why do I do it?
You sometimes find yourself asking you that.
Especially quite close to the competition when it gets more serious.
Okay.
And then there's another phase. The days before the competition are really hard because everything has to do with the competition and you ask yourself a lot of why do I do it, early getting up in the morning and eating pasta for days, nothing else. But then when it starts in the morning, you really look forward to it. You have all these friends around you doing the same. We are all in one boat and it's really more or less fun. Swimming, we are both good swimmers. It's always fun. We are both good cyclists. We always love cycling. Running is the hardest because you are tired after cycling and then you have to run a half marathon or full marathon. And that is hard. It's not really funny.
Okay. Yeah, no, I cannot
but
imagine.
When you come closer to the finish line, it's a great, great feeling.
Yeah.
Yes. You come on the red carpet and everybody is clapping. And then in IronMan, there's a speaker and he says, "You are an IronMan," and that's really emotional.
Must be very fulfilling.
Yeah.
Yes, very, very fulfilling, yes.
That's nice.
I always say an Ironman, it's like meditation when you do the sport, when you do the event, because you are only at this point, you are only with the event. You're thinking of nothing else. You're thinking about swimming, where I have to go, how do I have to change my clothes, because from swimming you have to cycle, you have to put on other
You also
clothes.
have to practice the changing?
Yeah, you practice that and then you cycle and then you change again. So you're always concentrating on what's the next step? When do I drink? When do I eat? Where you concentrate on who's in your age group. Am I in front? Am I back? And so on. So you're always on that. And when you finish that, you feel like you had a holiday of 2 weeks, you know, for your mind. Yeah, it cleans up your mind. Yeah, because people say, yeah, why do you do that? It's so hard. But afterwards, you feel really perfect. It's really like 14 days holiday, really, for your mind.
You say it's a holiday for your mind in the same way that you say it's like a meditation?
Yeah, it's meditation.
You feel like sometimes in the race you struggle with your focus of attention?
No.
Or you're always like in that flow?
All the time.
Yes.
Because you also have to look that you respect the rules of the race. Yeah, there are some rules. For example, there are some aid stations on the course where you get water and drink and eating and stuff, energy, and you have to concentrate. Where do I get what? And you throw away that what you didn't need anymore. And it is in a special zone where you may throw away the stuff. So you have to concentrate all the time, yes?
So you have to know all these details you know, about the race. And of course, if you've been running for so many years now, you must be familiarized with all the places. Do they give you like a map? Or like, I mean, if it's a place you haven't been before or the route is new, do you have like a map?
In cycling, of course, we are there a few days earlier and we cycle the route. In the competition, there are signs, but there are thousands of people on the way. Yeah. But we are not allowed to come closer than 12 meters.
In cycling.
From one another.
Because drafting, when you cycle very close to somebody else, it's easier.
And usually you have to concentrate on that rule all the time because there are others all around.
Okay, so you feel like there's no time for thinking about the shopping list?
No, not possible.
Do you do any type of exercise or activity before the race to kind of train that mental aspect of the race?
We read magazines also about the sport. And they give you tips, mental tips. You train it in forehand, in the mind, what to do when there is a good situation or what to do when there is a bad situation. For example, there are so many other competitors there. They all do the same what I do. So they help you to do the race. Just doing alone, it's not so good when there are other people doing the same as you do. So that helps you to say, wow, that's nice to do this competition with other people. You
feel like you feed from their energy? Like when they're all together competing, you feel like seeing other people makes you try harder or makes you effort more?
Yeah. But in triathlon, it's part of the success that you really concentrate on yourself. Because it's a competition of 6 hours or 8 hours or 12 hours or 16 hours. And you really have to keep in mind your own energy. It has to last till the last meters.
If you focus on what others are doing, you lose focus on yourself.
Yeah. Much
on
more
your own
on yourself,
pace and your own rhythm.
Yes, and we focus a lot on nutrition. Because these competitions are so long, the clock and okay, I must drink, okay, I must eat. Eat is only jails, you know. It's not really food.
It's just energy, yes.
Yeah,
it's just energy, yes. Good. But that's really, really important. And in triathlon, it's not the competitors; it's more yourself.
Do you feel like working together? For so many years doing these competitions, this sport together has helped you in a different way or has helped you in a way that maybe if you guys were alone, things would have been different?
I think we do the sport together, we travel around the world together and we train together also when we swim or when we cycle or when we, not all the time, but sometimes. So I think that helps. It helps. What do we eat at home, for example? Yeah. How do we sleep and stuff like that? Yes.
More profound understanding of what the other is living, right?
Yeah.
Or the experience of the other, because you're living it too. Feel very understood. I feel like.
Yes, that's it. Yes. We understand
That's
each
good.
other, of course. Yeah.
Do you develop like a sense of camaraderie with other participants,
Yes.
with other racers? Do you
Yes.
have like a big community that support each other and that?
Usually when we qualify, I start booking usually a big house, and then friends qualify, and we also stay together in this house. And,
That's so cool.
I love to organize this. It's always a little tricky because maybe nobody else qualifies, then we are alone in the house. But we are really a very nice community, yes.
That's
Yeah,
nice.
that's a special the community in the Ironman triathlon.
And in every sport, I feel like it's also so important, because there's some sports that there's more competition between inside the teams. For example, the team sports are more complicated in that aspect. But in sports like, for example, the paragliding I've worked, and now that I'm talking to you guys, the triathlon, I feel like there's a big sense of camaraderie, it's more helpful. What's the biggest psychological challenge you face?
As a mentally, for me, it's when I do the long distance, I have to run a marathon after 180 kilometers of cycling. And I start perfectly, but then these legs, they say, no, I do not want to run any longer. And that's a conversation.
Okay.
Because walking is very slow, and run again. And I discuss with myself how long I run and how long I walk. That's really mentally difficult.
It's like your body gets tired before your mind.
Yes, yes.
And you practice the self-talk.
Yes.
In sports psychology, it's called self-talk.
Yeah.
We have the motivational and the instructional. The instructional is when you tell yourself like what to do, orders, like keep the pace, keep do this like that, do this movement, 12 meters distance, 12 meters. That's is instructional self-talk. Then there's motivational self-talk. That's come on, you can do it. Just one more mile. Come on, just one more. You can do it. You got this. You've been prepared for this. Do you use these tools? They're psychological tools. You use them in your sport. How have they helped you?
Of course, you make when there is a long distance, it takes, as my wife talked, 12 hours or 16 hours long distance, and so you have to break it down to 10 minutes parts. You know, when I get to that point and to that point and to that point. For example, swimming, you swim. There are buoys on the track. It's in the sea mostly, or in a big lake, so it's not in a swimming pool. And there are many other people, so you look, where's the next buoy, where's the turning point, and then comes the next. You forget that, and then you concentrate on. So you do that all the time.
You give yourself instructions all the time, right?
Yeah.
It's like talking to your body, literally.
Yeah.
Like we just have to get there. We just have to do this.
Yeah. For example, when the swim ends, the last 200-300 meters, you are concentrating on what to do during transition. So when you change into your cycling clothes, because you get into this transition zone, and there are the bike clothes for 6,000 people hanging in bags. So you have to put in mind, where is my bag? You concentrate in front of the race, you fixate, you know, there's my bag. So then you start, you end with your swimming, and you are thinking already, where's my bag? Okay, I have to go there. I take it. What do I do? Where do I change? And so on and so.
That's another tool that we work in sports psychology, is the visualization.
Ah, yeah.
Do you visualize?
Yeah, yes, of course, yes.
Like, do you know where your bag is? Can you visualize where your bag is, where your
Yeah,
clothes?
I check in a day earlier and we already train it. No? There is a big lamp, or there is a small sign, and you try to visualize that.
Yeah.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, for example, when you swim, the boys, they are like this. Maybe the waves are like this. So you cannot see the boys. So you have to know, is there not a possibility to find where do I have to go? Is there on the land a big house or a tree? And I concentrate on that, for example. So,
Okay.
yeah, you visualize a lot.
Like parts of the race, you visualize yourself like getting out of the water, picking up your suit. You visualize yourself doing that.
Yeah,
There's a funny thing about the World Championship on Hawaii. I'm a so-called, I'm not a daylight finisher. So when I do my marathon, it's getting dark. And I loved that. Everything getting dark, only a few more runners running. And I thought mentally it was like getting healthy. It was really, because you didn't see so many things.
Yeah, that's also,
You think like helps you focus better?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
The darkness and less people.
Yes.
And so you get in the zone like completely. When you're doing your marathon, your things, you feel like you get more concentrated if you forget just about
It was
everybody
really
else.
nice not to see anything.
Your what's your age category?
60 to 64.
And 65 to 69.
Do you have any advice for someone that's your age and is questioning themselves on if or not start practicing or start doing it?
Yeah, okay. So you have to be able to swim, of course, to cycle and to run. Maybe have a bit of experience already.
You have to like it.
You have to like the endurance sports. So there are people, they like to play tennis, but they don't like to run around. They like to play football, but they don't like to swim. So, and swimming and cycling and also running, it's good for your health. It's good for your mental health, of course, also, because when you, for example, you work all day and then you go in the swimming pool and you relax. Yeah, it's the same with running and cycling. Yeah, so.
But you said you have to like it. And I would say at the beginning you do not have to like it. Just do it for a few weeks and you will start liking it. Because sometimes at the beginning you really do not like it, like running or swimming.
And why start then?
Because usually you have a aim. You say, I want to do a 5K run or something like this. And even if you do not like it at the beginning, you will like it after a few weeks. Maybe you you take a plan on internet or a book.
It is also having an aim. When you don't have an aim, then it doesn't
work.
It doesn't work. So
Okay, you have to have like a plan, no? Like an objective.
yeah, you have to have an objective. Yes, and mostly you start with a little triathlon, not the big ones, so little small ones, and then you think, that's nice. Yeah, so and then you like it, and you go further, maybe for bigger ones. Yeah. So we started also small, and now we did big ones, and now we were at the World Championship. So
That's good. So congratulations, guys, on your whole journey, your whole sports career, and thank you so much for the interview. And that's it. We're over. Bye.
Okay, thank you.